Twilight fanfiction, but instead of being about the hot teenage vampires, it's about random side characters that only appear once in the entire series. Guy who drives the shuttle bus to the Hyatt Hotel in chapter 22 of the first book, jolted awake in a cold sweat. This was the third night in a row he had dreamt of him. Guy that stands outside of an abandoned building in chapter 33 of the fourth book. He walked to the bathroom sink and splashed water in his face, looking groggily at his own tired reflection in the mirror. No discernible details, hair, or eye color. Because they were never described in the book. He's just the guy who drives the shuttle bus to the Hyatt Hotel. I have to see him, he said to himself. But how? I only appear once, in chapter 22 of the first book. And he only appears once, in chapter 33 of the fourth book. A solemn expression washed across his face that had no identifiable details or hair or eye color. Imagine a frowny face drawn on a paper plate, because that's the amount of detail Stephanie Meyer gives to any character that isn't a hot underage vampire. Flash forward 2 weeks with a bunch of unaddressed plot holes. It's okay, this is a Twilight fanfiction. Guy who drives the shuttle bus to the Hyatt Hotel in chapter 22 of the first book watched the door of the Hyatt Hotel shuttle anxiously. Suddenly, it opened with a strong, confident movement. There he was, guy that stands outside of an abandoned building in chapter 33 of the fourth book. Now, the book does have a description for this character. Guy who stands outside of an abandoned building is, of course, black, because the Twilight books are racist. The book also describes him as whistling, reading a wet newspaper, and his first line of dialogue is, "Maybe you shouldn't park that car there, lady. It might not be here when you get back." Guy that stands outside of an abandoned building in chapter 33 of the fourth book gave a beaming smile. I guess I'll be the one driving the shuttle bus to the Hyatt Hotel today. Guy who drives the shuttle bus to the Hyatt Hotel in chapter 22 of the first book chuckled softly, then let his face fall. "What are you thinking?" Guy that stands outside of an abandoned building in chapter 33 of the fourth book asked playfully. "I don't know what to think," he responded with a sigh. "I never had any character development at all. My only line of dialogue in the entire Twilight series was, 'This is the shuttle to the Hyatt.'" "That's okay. I don't need you to think," Guy that stands outside of an abandoned building in chapter 33 of the fourth book said with a devilish grin. "They kissed passionately and did butt stuff." "1 finger, 2 fingers, how many fingers?" "Holly, this story is getting pretty intense and sexual. Should you really be writing like this with your mom in the audience?" "Well, if she didn't want me writing like this, she shouldn't have let me move the family computer into my bedroom." "But your mom's not really here, is she?" "You're right, she's not. She was going to come to the show when I wrote this part of the story, but then she texted me this morning that she had a migraine. I think she was lying so she could go do poppers at the Insane Clown Posse concert." "Poppers? Don't you mean whippets?" said Guy who drives the shuttle bus to the Hyatt Hotel. "Guy who drives the shuttle bus to the Hyatt Hotel, you're down with the clown?" "I had a life before I was driving that shuttle bus." "Did you just make a Fast and Furious reference? How do you know about Fast and Furious?" "I don't know what you're talking about. How is that a Fast and Furious reference?" "Oh, well, in the Fast and Furious movies, anytime there's a wide open plot hole about a character's skill or experience, they just explain it away by having the character say, 'I had a life before you knew me.' Kind of like how when Twilight has a plot hole, they make a grown man fall in love with a baby." Fast forward another 2 weeks with more plot holes. They stand together in the woods. "We need to be careful. There are hot, underaged vampires about," said Guy that stands outside of an abandoned building in chapter 33 of the fourth book. "I don't know anything about that. I drive the shuttle bus to the Hyatt Hotel in Phoenix, Arizona, remember?" Guy that stands outside of an abandoned building in chapter 33 of the fourth book gave a soft, menacing smile. "Well, I do." He stepped into the sunlight to reveal that he was not actually a black man, but a Caucasian vampire, because the vampire transformation process removes all melanin. Which is something Stephanie Meyer said instead of admitting that she forgot to write any black characters. Except for the guy that stands outside of an abandoned building and threatens to steal someone's car. But I don't understand, said guy who drives the shuttle bus to the Hyatt Hotel in chapter 22 of the first book, choking back a tear. You were a Caucasian vampire this whole time? I trusted you. We even did butt stuff with an undisclosed amount of fingers. Guy that stands outside of an abandoned building in chapter 33 of the fourth book jumped forward, pinning guy who drives the shuttle bus to the Hyatt Hotel in chapter 22 of the first book against a tree by his neck. As guy who drives the shuttle bus to the Hyatt Hotel in chapter 22 of the first book began to lose consciousness, guy that stands outside of an abandoned building in chapter 33 of the fourth book looked down on his former lover solemnly, whispering in his ear, I had a life before you knew me.